Hello friend, welcome back. In this video, I want to discuss about after end of this our basic project section, what type of project we will build from to the scratch. I want to share that things with you. And here that I will create one of the complete professional company website with using that Laravel 12. And here as you see, it's very clean and very good looking one of the web application. So everything I will create it from to the scratch, and every part now here as you see, everything is totally dynamic. So with using that Laravel 12 from to the scratch, we will develop total applications. So for that applications area, each and everything is in here is dynamic. That will be our front end, and also there is another part that will be our back end. So from to the back end, you can able to actually manage your total entire project. So how can create some of the professional web application from to the scratch with using Laravel 12? I will show you everything step by step with the live example. Like here as you see, is very good looking one of the application, and each and everything is in here is totally dynamic. That means all the data actually comes from to this our database, and for the database I have used it as a MySQL. Like here, if you go to that our first of all, that is our home page, and that is also very much responsive one of the web application, and you can see it's very much responsive. So as I told you, everything is totally dynamic. Like first of all, that is one of the slider section, and into the slider area they have some of the text, they have some of the description, they have some of the images. So this all that information you can manage it from to your back end. And if you go to that our slider, and into the slider area, that is some of the title part, they have some of the link part, they have some of the description and the photo slide. So here also you will use that image intervention throughout this. How can upload some of the images, I will share that things with you. Which user is logging this user related profile, you can able to update it. You can also change that which user is logging this user related change password functionality. I will also discuss about how can add that two-factor authentication. So how can use that two-factor authentication in Laravel. Everything I will show you with the live example. Not only that, here I have actually added two different parts, like that will be very interactive into the modern web applications area. Like here, that is actually our slider, and into the slider they have one of the title. Like if you make changes something new in here, I just name it as a new. Okay, and here from to the backend I just simply updated this our title, and now if you click as a save changes, that is a slider updated without image successfully. Our toast message is visible, and now if you go to that our front end, if you now refresh it, and you can see automatically this part is also successfully updated. And also if you go to that our database for the slider, that should be also updated in here. That is our slider table, and you can see there is a title is successfully updated. But also very interactive one of the things, I will share that things with you. Here if you don't want to update these informations from to this our backend, you can also update it in here. That will be just like WordPress Elementor, and like from here actually you don't need to update that things from to the backend. From to this position you can also able to update it. Like here when you change something, you change it, click it, then automatically it's already updated. Like if you go again and if you now refresh it, and you can see that is successfully updated. Same as for the description, if you want to change that descriptions from here, like I just name it as a Aryan. There is a new one I successfully added here. If you want to add that new one as a Aryan, and if you click it as enter, both of this information is successfully updated. You don't need to go to that your backend. Here if you now go to that our database, and you can see that is successfully updated. That means from to this backend you can actually update it, and also from to the same page here if you want to update, you can actually update, which is very interactive one of the things. So image you can actually update it. There is a multiple features functionality here. That is the features, that is also another part as all features. So that is all features actually comes from to this our backend. From here if you want to edit it, you can actually edit it. If you want to delete it, you can also able to delete it. So that is all that features is comes from to the database, and now that is successfully visible in particular that area. That is also totally dynamic, and if you want to change that our name, you can also change it from here. Okay, you can see if you change anything, automatically that will be also updated. Like here I make it as a new, as a I put it as a 1, and now if you click as a here, automatically that is updated. If you now still refresh it, and you can see that is successfully updated into this our database. Very interactive. One of the things I will share that things with you here. This part that is also comes from to the our backend. From to this backend, you can actually manage this functionality. That is a clarification, the usability, the connect setup. That is all connect. That is a multiple connect setup, and this connect actually comes from here. Here, if you go, that is actually also comes from to our database, and that is a 3 type of things. Like here, if you want to update it, you can actually update it. If you want to make changes in anything in here, then also that will be updated. If you want to change it, then all that information that should be also updated into this our database. So it's very advanced level. One of the things with using that simple JavaScript, how can actually add this type of one of the functionality. I will show you that things with a live example. Like right now I have already changed it, automatically there is updated. If you now refresh it, you can see still now that is updated. It because of all this information is updated in our database. And if you also refresh it, and you can see that is successfully also updated, because this data, whatever the things you will be changes, this will be updated in our database. Then I will also discuss about the review functionality. So for the review, how can add some of the review setup. That is all that our review. If you want to add some of the review, you can actually add that review. So each and everything I will show you with the live example. So that will be one of the basic projects. So if you are the beginner, so that will be very helpful for you. Okay, so now then review, this section is also comes from to this our database. That means from to the backend you can actually able to manage it. Here if you want to change something information, so you can actually change it, and that is also another one. If you want to change it, you can actually change it. And that is some of the FAQs functionality, and this functionality is also dynamic. Here from to the backend they have also another option for the all FAQs. So that is our FAQs related description. Now that is also successfully visible. And here, not only that, here I have also discussed about that things with you. Like here, if you want to update the title, so from here you can actually update this title. If you want to update the description, you can also able to update the description. And also from to the same page, that means in our font end, here if you want to also change that our images, you can also change it. Like right now, that is one of the image. I want to change this image, and you can see this image is automatically updated. That means still now if you refresh it, that will be its display our that image. That means that is also successfully stored into this our database. How you can do this type of one of the functionality, I will show you that things with the live example. Okay, so it's very interactive. If you want to change that image, you can actually change it. If you want to change the title into this font end, here you can change it. If you want to change the description, you can also able to change it. So this type of one of the advanced things I will cover, and that is our footer sections. And if you go to that our team, that is one of our page as a team page, and for the team that is a multiple team is member is in here. That is all that total dynamic data, and that is the things you can manage it from to this your backend. And that is a team setup. That is right now they have the 4 team. If you want to edit it, you can actually edit it as per your demand. Then automatically this will be also updated in here. Like I want to update it as a Kazi Aryan, and now I simply update it, click as a save changes. That is successfully updated. If you now go into this team page, refresh it, now that is successfully updated that name. Okay, and also this part is totally dynamic. Here if you want to change anything, then that will be automatically updated. And then that is our about us page. This about us page, that is also another page. How can put this link, how can create different type of route and route related one of the page, how can load it, everything I will show you with the live example. And this part is also dynamic. Here this part is also comes from to this our backend, and from to the backend there is also another interactive things. I will share that things with you. Like here if you go to that our about page setup, and into this page setup area I will also load one of the editor. So into this editor area, if you want to put some of the interactive things, if you want to make it as a bold, if you want to make it as a italic, then that is actually one of the updated editor. And throughout this editor here, you can also able to update this information. So if you now refresh it, and you can see that is also successfully updated. It's very interactive. One of the things, how you can load some of the editor, very advanced level one of the editor. If you want to set up it, how you can do this work, how you can dealing with it, how you can update this information, how you can add this information throughout this editor. Everything I will show you with the live example. And then also that is our about us page. The about us page, this information is also totally dynamic. You can see I have already updated the Kazarian, that is visible here. If you want to change something in here for the FAQs, that is also, you can actually change it, all that your FAQs that should be displayed, and this data is also totally dynamic. Okay, so that is our about us page, that is our team page. So that is a total on the team page. That have also on the blog page. Here if you go, there has some of the blog and blog related, they have some of the multiple category. In particular this blog area, how many posts is that is also successfully visible. Like as a technology related, they have the 2 posts, and development related, they have the 1 post. And this also is totally dynamic. Everything actually comes from to this our database. Right now there is a 3 is successfully visible, and here if you go to our blog, there is a blog setup, there is a blog category. So here you can actually create some of the category. If you want to add some of the category, you can actually add this category. If you want to edit this category, you can also able to edit this category, and also if you want to delete it, you can able to delete it. And then there is our blog post, that is our all blog post. Here if you want to add some of the blog post, you can actually select the category, post title, the post description, add the post images, and this all that information that should be displayed like that way. And here also if you go to our post details page, here if you click it, then that should be redirect to our post details page. Our details title is visible, and for the details here you can see this post related, our created time, the title, the total description, how can create the some of the SEO friendly URL. So that is by the Slack, okay, specific this Slack related, how can create some of the URL like this. I will also show you that things with the live example. And also the category related, like there is one of the category, if this category, if you click it, specific this category related as a technology category, and this category related how many posts is there have, that will be successfully loaded. So multiple very basic and advanced things I have actually covered in particular that project. So this project is for the beginner student. So if you are the just want to start it with the Laravel, so from to the scratch with using that Laravel 12, how you can actually develop this type of one of the complete professional web application, how you can create this type of one of the very clean and good looking complete dynamic company website. I hope this project will be very much helpful for you. Okay, so that is one of the beginner friendly student project. So here, as I told you, if you are just the beginner, if you want to start it with the Laravel and using the Laravel, how can create some of the dynamic web application from to the scratch with using that also backend, that should be some of the backend, that should be some of the front end, how can handle everything. So everything step by step I will show you with the live example. And also I will discuss about that authentication system. So that is our user is logging, that is our user logging page, that is a logout functionality, that is a logging, and that is our register page. So everything I will share with you with the live example. I hope this project will be very helpful for you if you are the beginner. So if you are excited to build this type of one of the complete project from to the scratch, let's get started.